Greetings everyone. This will be a shorter video than the rest. I wouldn't say that this is actually a discussion, but rather something else that came up spur of the moment. I started thinking about this as I was preparing to rush home this weekend for a funeral. A death of the body is inevitable. Like any organic being, we die, we rot, we return to the earth. We are nourishment to something else. Depending on your religious preference or personal philosophy, what happens after death is different. For some, our souls are reincarnated to experience all scenarios until we become perfect beings and return to the divine. Some believe in heaven or hell, and some believe we just return to the earth and nothing more. As a Force user, my personal beliefs are that in some form, we return to that natural energy. We continue to exist through the life force of this planet, and some of us ascends to something greater. But my beliefs are not the main point of this discussion, and maybe it is something that I will expand upon in future videos. But today, it is talking about fear, and particularly the fear of death. Fear, for a Sith, is weakness. Fear of the inevitable is mere stupidity. We should not fear what we know will one day come, but we also shouldn't be stuck preparing for it. Fear brings stagnation, and stagnation is a death all of its own. One cannot be strong if they are controlled by fear. One cannot become endarkened if there is a presence that rules over them and manipulates their path. But fear is also something that is very common in our race, our species. Fear of death is particularly common. But this is why I pose it to those listening, that death should not be something we view with fear, but rather death should be viewed as a challenge. Time, while it can be measured, is not definite. We could say an average human lives X amount of years, but it does not mean that time is guaranteed. Life has an irony about it, where the man saying he doesn't want to ever grow old would live to be 101, and the promising young student with their whole life ahead of them dies suddenly in a tragic accident. So, what will you do with that time? What would you do if every moment could be your very last? Do you spend it cowering? Do you spend your time ignoring the fact that you could cease to exist and just go through the motions of life without truly accomplishing everything? Or anything? Or do you strive for better? For a Sith, every moment is a learning experience. Every minute and hour is a chance to climb that ladder for something greater. In an hour, a training regimen could be completed, or chapters of a book could be read. In minutes, you could be searching for resources, looking up forums, connecting with others. In time, you could complete meditation, perfect a technique, or take on some new task that you never dared do before. Walk, explore, experience. Live with purpose, but do not get stuck in the comfort of routine. With routine comes a false sense of security, dragging us down until we are no longer walking a path on our own, but we are just lumps of flesh stuck on the treadmill of life, moving our feet but getting nowhere. Think of the moment that you die, and look on at yourself, at your corpse, and how you would like to be remembered. Reflect on what you would like to have done for yourself. There is nothing wrong with short-term goals, because progress is progress, and 1 foot forward is still considered moving. Sometimes we must start small to see the bigger picture in the end, and we all start somewhere. Sithism is not measured in just ambitiousness, because ambitiousness holds no actual results. So what we measure is those actual results, the fruits of your labor manifesting in something that actually shows. Whether it's your physique, your intelligence, a technique, a blend of many things, creating your personal envisionment of power. So while I am gone this weekend, I am posing this challenge to you. Challenge death. Challenge that time you have left that is not measured and ultimately unknown. Take that first step, revel in your progress, and then challenge yourself again. Do not sit there in the shallows of one success. Aim for the deeper waters and swim. Meditate. Reach out to your void and connect with the craving inside you to be something more. Describe it to me. Tell me what you crave, what you seek, and what you are doing to accomplish this. Stare at death looming in the distance and let it be known that you will claim your power, your title, or whatever else it is that you seek before it ever wraps its icy hands around you. Write the words, show your dedication, treat your comment as a proclamation or as a promise to succeed. Treat death as a challenge, a rival to that time you have left, and then when it comes, embrace it triumphantly and call it a friend. May the darkness be with you, always.